quiet numbskulls on broadcasting.
Ben Sorensen's Real Country Interviews, bringing you the stars of country.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and I'm lucky enough to be joined by Paula Bowman. Now, Paula is part of the one and only Jetty Road. How you doing, Paula?
I'm good, thanks, Ben. How are you?
Fantastic. Now, you've been quite busy. I caught up with you down in Tamworth last time, and you were just, really excited about the new album, but it's out now, isn't it?
It is. Look, it's been a long time coming, like for us, especially when you're, putting so much time and effort into it. And we're just really excited that it's happening. And it's happening now. It's being released now.
That's very, very exciting. Now, do you find that when you're doing a new album and it starts to get a little bit close to completion, it sort of consumes you?
Yeah, it does, because you start getting really nitpicky, and it's like, it's always a work in progress, and sometimes you just got to stand back and go, see for what it really is. It's like maybe doing renovations on a house or something.
Yeah.
It just never, ever ends, and you've just got to sort of make that final cut and say, right, that's it, because, you could be sitting there for years.
Well, that's the joys of doing a creative thing, but do you find it really hard to find that cut-off point and go, no, that's finished, that's what I'm going to fly with,
yes.
And that's the album?
Yes, and especially because there's four of us sitting there in the studio and writing, and you've got four different personalities trying to put everything into this one song that you're working on, and, quite often there can be quite a lot of disagreements, but there's also a lot of agreements, and I think that's what brings the Jetty Road sound, is the four of us sit down and put it all into the songs, and there's a bit of this and a bit of Lee and a bit of Jules, and,
Yeah.
So, it works out really well.
Well, no point putting out an album if it's the same as all of the others.
No.
And I think that, particularly with Australian country, a lot of artists really consciously make an effort to make sure that their sound evolves and changes, and Jetty Road's definitely done that.
Yes.
Because the new album's called Life at a Million Miles.
Yes, that sums up our life, Ben, I tell you. That's pretty much been our life for the last couple of years, and doing a lot of travelling and touring and stuff, and especially last year when we went over to Canada and America and Europe and the UK, and we're doing that again this year. But, that's just our life now. Actually, there's a little bit of a theme going on through this new album, and it's, there's a couple of songs that, one in particular called Rolling Stone, that it's all about being, living life the way you want to do it. In a way, sometimes we live a gypsy life. Live out of a suitcase, sometimes you wake up and go, where am I now?
So how do you find, because you're saying that you're doing a lot of touring overseas and you're taking Aussie country to the world, how do people overseas receive Aussie country?
We were so surprised when we went over there, because number one, you can sit there in Australia or in your own country and go, I sort of know where I sit, and what we like to do and what people expect of you. But I think it's another thing, again, to pack your bags and go somewhere that absolutely no one knows who you are, and try and do the same thing that you're doing in your own country. And I think that's a measure of probably where you sit on as a whole. You wouldn't think, Ben, that they'd love country music over in Europe so much as they do, and they really, really do.
Now, while you're overseas, you're hunting down expats and working with them on the album. What's that about?
Look, Australians just attract other Australians. It's, you go to the UK and there's Aussies everywhere, but when we went to the US, to Nashville for our trip last year, there's a couple of Australians, there's quite a few, but one guy, Mark Moffat, who is an Australian expat who works in the industry, he's been over there for 20-odd years, and he helped us with this album and helped co-produce some of the songs on the album and mix and master the CD as well. So it was great to have his input, and but at the same time, we've sent it over, and you've really got to it's handing over your baby as such. And
yep.
I'm trusting that someone's going to do something good with it, and he did a very good job, and so did Jules as well. Jules was most of the production was done by Jules, but Mark did a fantastic job too.
Now, it is a great album, and it's called Life at a Million Miles, and the single from the album, Million Miles. Can you tell us a bit more about that song? It's
the opening track on the album. It sums up pretty much our life, and I think that when everyone thinks, it's so great to travel, there's some really amazing experiences that we have, experienced, but doing what we do and being away. But sometimes being away from home so much, people sort of tend to start to forget about where you are or whatever, and, this is all about living that life. It's the wheels just keep on turning, you're going round and round and round and round, and, sometimes you feel like you don't have your bearings, you don't know where you are. It's a great song. It's one of my favourite songs on the album. It sort of sums up sometimes the day-to-day life of touring, but it's those, every now and again you get out these amazing, amazing experiences that are so positive, and that's when you go, this is why I do what I do, and, I've got a husband at home that, when I go touring, I unfortunately have to leave him at home, and he's got to sit there and look after the dog. But, that's part of the song, but, there's, of all the positive things, there are some slightly negative things, and this song's sort of about both of those. So, we really like the song. We've had a great response to it so far.
Well, here it is now. This is the single from Jetty Road's brand new album, Life at a Million Miles. This is their single, Million Miles. Thank you so much, Paula.
When I look at my life, so many things have changed. I'm growing tired of working this factory line, 'cause all my friends have gone their separate ways, yeah. Been gone too long, they don't know my face, they barely know my name, 'cause I'm stuck here in this moment. I can see no end in sight, and the wheels just keep on turning. I'm doing time, I'm living life at a million miles. 8 days a week, working to the bone, banking up sleep to keep the show on the road, yeah. Worn out highways, no name towns, God knows when things will turn around, 'cause I'm stuck here in this moment. I can see no end in sight, and the wheels just keep on turning. I'm doing time, I'm living life at a million miles, yeah. Well, I'm stuck here in this moment. I can see no end in sight, and the wheels just keep on turning. I'm doing time, I'm living life, 'cause I'm stuck here in this moment. I can see no end in sight, and the wheels just keep on turning. I'm doing time, I'm living life, 'cause I'm stuck here. Oh yeah, I'm stuck here, yeah. And the wheels just keep on turning. I'm doing time, I'm living life. I'm doing time, I'm living life at a million miles. When I look at my life, so many things have changed.
Another Ben Sorensen Real Country interview. Hear this interview and many more at www.realcountrymix.com.